While Australia is the largest exporter of beef in the world and the sixth largest consumer, we, as in these United States, also kill thousands of cattle each year in national parks across the country. Now, with all the food shortages occurring throughout the world, along with gas prices soaring to an all time high, the question that should be asked is why? Let's talk on the mic. Hello, hello, good people. This is your guy, Mr. Educator, Mr. Communicator, Mr. Free Thinker, coming back at you live once again from the Lone Star State with another edition of the Media Mike Speaks. All right, good people. The time is 54 minutes past the hour, and yes, we are the voice of the everyday citizen. All right, good people. This is one of my first episodes of The Great Reset. So strap in, buckle up, and listen to this. In the last few months, Culls, good people, that's Culls, have taken place in Western Australia, the Northern Territory, New South Wales, and North Queensland. A lot of planning goes into the events with local farmers notified and given time to muster any of their cattle from the parks. Last year, Parks and Wildlife culled 5,118 cattle, 262 camels, 145 donkeys, 90 pigs, 42 horses, and one water buffalo. Now, if you don't know what culling means, good people, here it is. Now, there are different definitions, but this one fits to what they are referring to. Culling is to reduce or control the size of something, such as a herd, by removal, as by hunting or slaughter. That's what they're doing. Now, some farmers have been quoted as saying, cattle that leave the dairy for beef purposes are still an asset and should be treated as such. So some of the farmers are saying, look, we're just killing these cows just to kill them. Now, one of the reasons they're saying, good people, is that, well, they trample over certain vegetation. And people are saying, look, just put up barbed wire fence. Well, we got too many of them, and they're just, they're trampling the wildlife. They're getting in the way, and this, and this. But you see, they're purposely killing these cows, this herd, these cattle, these animals. Now we're being told it's because of the heat or climate change. Okay, then what about this, good people? Listen up. Now, in the major United States, good people, dairy producers will pay $52 million to settle an antitrust class action lawsuit accusing them of slaughtering more than 500,000 cows to reduce milk supply and inflate prices. This goes on to quote, this cow killing program exploited both the animals and the consumers and resulted in the early deaths of a 500,000 cows. Attorney Cheryl Leahy told the Huffington Post in an email. Leahy is general counsel for Compassion Over Killing, an animal protection group that spearheaded the suit. The settlement means that anyone who purchased dairy products in one of several states between 2003 to the present could be entitled to a cash payout. This limited the supply of raw milk, thus driving up prices for products like yogurt, cream, and cottage cheese, according to the suit. Oh, it gets better, good people. U.S. President Joe Biden's administration is also encouraging farmers to leave some of their land fallow as part of the Conservative Reserve Program, CRP. The goal of CRP, which was signed into law by President Ronald Reagan, this goes back as far as 1985, is to reestablish valuable land cover to help improve water quality, prevention soil erosion, and reduce loss of wildlife habitat. Paying farmers not to farm on some of their land, however, it's not the same as paying them to destroy crops. They were already grown. Okay, let me get this straight. Paying farmers not to farm on some of their land, however, is not the same as paying them to destroy crops they were already grown. Let me tell you what's wrong with this, good people. Both of what I just said and what I just read to you is wrong. Now, they're trying to give an excuse here. They're saying, well, Paying farmers not to farm on some of their land is not the same as paying them to destroy crops that were already grown. First of all, you just admitted that you pay farmers, and I'll be doing a video on that you do pay farmers to destroy crops that were already grown, number one. Number two, you just admitted that you also pay farmers to not to farm on certain land to preserve something, even though we have people starving. You see, people, this is what is not being told. This is not all about a refusal of a shipment of goods, although that does take place. But you see, the government is deliberately destroying beef. This is intentional. Stay up and stay tuned for the next episode. Until next time, this is your guy, Mr. Educator, Mr. Communicator, Mr. Free Thinker. Subscribe, share, and like to keep me rocking on the mic. Have a good night.
They'll understand you soon, it won't be long.
Keep on, keep running.